Got Tyree Hill.
I love when commercials make their cookie, their ice cream look so good. Just by showing how it's made. And then we get to the stores and buy it next.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Down, 60 or.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that underpowered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Hey, dude. Hey, lock it.
He'll drop to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson flushed out right. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Now here's Pollard. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken at his 4. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, stand up. Get it.
They run it with Balaj. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Balaj. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Go now. 15 line. 15 line. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be caught. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Okay, it's okay. Oh my.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gostkowski with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now the Jags defense.
That ain't going to happen, brother.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
36, 36. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Take it in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Yep. Hard, hard. Slam, slam.
This thing's glass, right?
Say, look at me. Score, score. Fight.
They'll run here with Balaj. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Set. 10-2 stop. Defense wins championship. Hey, exit. Check right. Watch it divide. All day, every day, any day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Look at this.
Intercepted.
Man, every time it's a tip ball or anything, they throw an interception.
At the 48-yard
Should have thrown it
line.
to triangle, though.
Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. Sean Williams that time in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Balaj. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike, 36.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Hey, let's get that ball. Let's go.
Now back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
Watch the twins.
Get it.
They start the drive with Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Jet bomber.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Big grip.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Man, I just... my team just, I don't know. Wow.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Look
This is
at
going to wind up
this.
incomplete.
Man.
Strong on the deep ball, and now they face
Come
a third
on.
down.
Had an open man that
Come
time.
on, man.
Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a
Come
touch more air under
on.
it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
65, 65, 65. Blue draw Corkers. 55 to mine. Check, 55 to mine.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Ready?
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... It got his man, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big 30-yard play on third.
Let's go now. 18.
I got it.
He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Look, squeeze. Deuce. Pilot, 64, wing. Watch 5.
They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emerson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Going deep for Hopkins. And line to catch his man.
This nigga got Hopkins and Tyree.
DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Quarterback just throwing.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Check. You're out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, that's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And he's got his target. That's more. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Ready? 60 yards. Come on, D. Hey, Charlie. Hit it.
2nd and 11. And finding the tight end Hooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Buzz. Kill. Go.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Come on.
Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be
Oh,
incomplete.
come
It is tough
on.
to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore
Give me the
how
ball
you get
at
the
the
face
39.
mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Wow.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Now it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson being chased out left. Going deep for Hopkins. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Get out the end zone where they try to give you a safe.
And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
Look at this. God, dog.
Charles, you can't do that.
And when you get into
what in the world gets more penalties or anything?
Coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mike's partner. Man, I got you.
Check.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Devin White make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14.
Check. 59. All day.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check. Check 52. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he will take it back only to about the... 13-yard line here.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Staying open. Watch you.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Run.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Mike 55. Watch the pass. 55 is mine, guys. 55. Wild Bill. Mike 55. Now.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Oh, no!
DeMario Davis got a hand in to break that one up.
No!
Do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just... First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
From the gun, Jackson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Balaj. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done,
come on, you bum.
well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
30 base. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 5.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
I got one.
Now, 2nd and 3. And this is going to be intercepted.
No!
Witherspoon.
That wasn't even an interception. Oh, it
was. You can
was.
almost see through his face mask.
No!
Between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. You go tight.
On second down now, Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Yeah, this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target, but it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Again, Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20.
Oh my goodness. I hate
hate
this game so much.
Takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
So
Now
much.
seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye. And
got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Titans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and a mile. From the gun, it's Jackson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Look at that.
Awkwardly
Every
here,
tackle or anything got through.
I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Check, 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check, look.
Jackson will throw again. Buying time, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Back to throw now on first down. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Pick it up. Big rip.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
Ready.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now back to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Jaguars. David Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Jackson to throw. Steps away. He is going to find Hill here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, escaping the pressure right. That'll be
run around with him.
9 seconds now showing on the clock. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Daddy, why you yelling? You mad? Is you mad, Daddy? You mad?
Yeah, man.
Why you mad?
I'm new.
You lose?
Here's a big one.
Can I help
Trying to
you?
hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You mad?
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
Get up and run.
But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over.